coming to you with a Valentine's Day card. What's actually a Valentine's Day tag, I guess. I wanted to do something a little bit different. This is for a Valentine's Day exchange with a group that I belong to. So let me show you what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using these tags that I got from Tuesday morning. They are 4 1/8 by 8 1/8, and there are 10 in that pack. So they look like this, and they're like manila folder color. I took out and cut out some pink paper, and this is 4 by 7.5. So 4 by 7.5, and then I cut a pattern paper. I really like this. 4 by, let's see here, I think it's 5. Yes, 4 by 5. So the background paper is 4 by 7.5, and then the pattern paper is 4 by 5. And I'm going to have a stamp that I'm using. It's by Rubbernecker Stamps. And what is she called? Clover Die. I got this at the Scrapbook Expo. And so they're sold separately, but it's a stamp with a coordinating stamp, coordinating die. So going to show you, and I want to show you the stamping because one of my good friends, I can't tell you which one because I don't know, but one of them showed me that when you stamp, you should always use some type of, like this is a mouse pad, so something that's going to give you, so when you're pushing down, it gives you, goes in a little bit. That way it'll give you a better print. So here's my white cardstock. And you see I already stamped a couple. Now a lot of people will take their stamp and they'll do this. I don't like to do that. I like to make sure I get all of my stamps. So I have my stamp, and then I make sure I'm getting everything nice and good there. And then I usually stand up and then I press my die down and then give a little bit of pressure. I don't usually do any rocking just because I'm afraid it's going to mess up. And then you'll see that's a pretty good one. But if you don't like it, you can always do it again. And you should let it dry before you do any coloring. So I already have one that I did before, and I'm going to color her now. Oops. So I have, this is a Copic pen. It's one of the ones with brushes. It's a brush pen, and it's EOO Cotton Pearl. So this will be the flesh color. And like I said, you should always wait till your stamp is completely dry. And then you just make sure you get all of her body. So there's her arms and her legs. Don't forget, she's got kind of weird arms and hands here, but okay. Now, the more ink you apply, the darker it'll be. So I usually go over it twice. Okay. And then this one's kind of weird because she, you know, it's hard to get to the eyes because the stamp is so small. But you don't want to just leave it like that, so I just wanted to give her, you know, just a little bit of, I don't know, some eyes. And a little bit of blush, so because she's made up and she's going somewhere, right? And I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. The brown that I used for her eyes is E15. E15. Dark suntan. And the pink I used for her blush is RV21 light pink. And it's just, you know, to give her a little bit of rouge because she's going out. And her dress, I'm going to do RV34. RV34, and that's dark pink. So, and when stamps come like this with, you know, just kind of simple, sometimes they're, you know, they're easier to color, at least for me. But, you know, you can always make it more interesting by putting make it look more textured by putting a pattern on the dress. But I'm not a very good colorer. Or I just do, like you'll see, I usually just make them all matchy-matchy. Okay. Now I'm going to be giving this to one of my friends who's a brunette. So I want to do brown hair. And so you'll see, I want to get in there as well. And don't forget, like, you know, the inside. Sometimes you have to kind of like guess, you know, is that her hair or is that her neck or is that the background? But I mean, no one's really going to know, right? It's not like someone's going to say, oh, that's her neck. But there you go. That's my girl. Okay. And you can always make it a little more fancier if you want. I'm sorry, did I tell you the color on that? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, you can always make her a little more fancier. Make her dress a little more fancier. And, you know, put some... This is Wink of Stella, and this is just a clear glitter. Just to give it a little... So she's sparkly. And there you go. There's our girl. Okay. So we have a coordinating die that goes with her. Isn't she cute? Let it dry for just a second. Actually, while she is drying, let's do the, let's put our stuff down. Now you don't have to do this part, but I like to age my paper. Ooh, what did I do with that? Excuse me. Okay. So, I like to age my paper. So as we're waiting for that to dry, then you can do this. Okay. I think that's the back side. Oh, well, that's okay. So for me, I think it just adds a little punch when you age it like that. See how that's just kind of adds a little bit more to it, kind of makes it pop a little bit more. Okay, so our die is dry, and we will now run it through the machine. And what you're going to do is it's going to go over the die like that. And it will cut it out for you, so that way you don't have to do all that tedious cutting. So I have my Gemini here. Here are my plates. Now when you're doing something like this, you want it's nice because they have it's magnetic, so you'll see that the stamp doesn't fall off, and that's exactly what you want, because you don't want you want the stamp to stay still. The hard part is making sure it doesn't go over. So you go over like that where you want it. You could put a little tape, but I'm not that, I think it'll be okay. So you put that on there. I'm not going to move it to straighten it out. It'll be just fine. Okay, so turn on the machine. You're going to hear a little bit of noise. It's not loud, but it does make some noise. So then you take it out. And she comes right out for you. And then that saves you the tedious cutting. So let's put all this aside. So now we're left with our tag and our die. So what I also did was I pre-cut my ribbon, and it's 4 inches, maybe a little bit more than 4 inches. I might have to trim that. That's okay, I could trim it off. Okay, so we can start adhering now. Let's see, about right there. Okay, and then we're going to put this down. Now, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you what paper this is because I got it out of my scraps. I'm trying, usually when I make cards or anything like that, I try not to use brand new paper just because I have so many scraps, so it's, why not use that? Okay, there is my base. Now, I got this doily. I believe it was at Hobby Lobby. And so I think I'm going to place that there. Let me see here. Now it's the fun part, trying to figure out where everything goes, right? There's that. I think I'm going to put her on a pop-up because she's going to be behind, in front of ribbon. So I want to make sure that she's going to, oops. And then she probably needs 2 of them. One down here as well. Okay. So that'll be that one. I think I'm going to age her a little bit because that white just seems so stark to me. So there, it doesn't, the white doesn't kind of stand out as much. Okay, let's see. Another thing that I'm going to use is this little tag that says Happy Valentine's Day. And that stamp is from Stampin' Up. So I stamped it earlier and let it dry. It says, you can't really see it, but it says Happy Valentine's Day. And it's from Stampin' Up. So let me, and I punched it out in one of my Stampin' Up stamps. And this, let me see, does it say anything on it? It doesn't say the size of it, but it's a Stampin' Up oval, and it was perfect size for this Happy Valentine's Day saying. Okay. I think I want that right there. So I'm going to put this ribbon down. Now, for me, I like my ribbon to hang over. Kind of like, I don't know, to me it's just more interesting when it doesn't stick all the way down. So like, when it kind of does this. I don't know. To me, it just looks more interesting when it's not all. And I also like it when it's not exactly off the edge. I like that extra. I even like it to shred a little bit. But let me put her down. I was thinking about putting a flower, but I thought that might be too much. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's a little too much. Yeah. Okay, so these little things off here. And there she is, our fancy girl. With her tag that says Valentine's. I don't know, should it be straight? Or should it be double? I think it can be, I don't know. I guess I always make them going off to a side, but I think this time it's just going to be straight. Okay, and it's pretty much done, except for now I want to add some ribbon. So that might be a cute one. Because it's Valentine's Day. I don't know if that really matches that one, but that's okay. I'm not really a stickler on that kind of thing. And then maybe this one. I usually like to put more than one ribbon. But you just, especially when it's a really big tag like this, you know, you want to put more than one ribbon. Or, I don't know. For me, I just think it looks cuter. It probably would have been a good idea if I put them all in at the same time. What do you think? That's probably a good idea, Maribelle. Yeah, that was a good idea. Okay, and then once these are tied, it's all done. This one we want to make sure when we tie it that we see the hearts, because this is a Valentine's Day card. And there you go. Trim them off. And you can always burn the ends to make sure they don't fray. But I don't know, I kind of like the frame. I don't know, it kind of adds, I don't know, something. Probably think I'm crazy, but I like the frame. And there you go. There is a tag that for the Valentine's Day exchange that I'm giving for my friends. Thank you for watching.